Here goes Ashton Romanuk in alone on O'Sullivan. Romanuk dangles. Oh, just hits the post. Can't quite finish. As Romanuk back with the toe drags. Romanuk shot wide of the net again off the backboards. Trying to get to the rebound there was another Canucks player. Gets played across to Phillips. The pressure from St. James finally coming to life as we return here on mmjhl game day. Sorry to keep you waiting, folks, for this third period. The whole building got evacuated due to the fire alarm being pulled. The fire truck showed up and everything. It's pretty wild. I've never seen it happen before, being at the actual arena. It's kind of scary at first, to be honest with you. Not knowing what the heck was going to happen if there was a fire or not, but thankfully it seemed like it was nothing. And we're back to playing now. They cleaned the ice before the remainder of that second period that had to be played still with about like 50 or so seconds left in it, 57. They didn't go to the dressing rooms for intermission, just going right into period 3. And, you know, it seems like for a moment there, it kind of served St. James while having this type of break, because getting a lot more chances here to start off this third period. Ashton Romanuk coming down and delivering 2 shots that just go wide of the net, but 2 dangerous chances at that. It'll be Griffin Height taking the draw against Brzezinski. Draw won by the Canucks. Bruce from the point, his shot turned aside. Off the blocker of O'Sullivan. Down low, the Canucks set up. Degagne back up to Bruce, or to Judry, that is. Judry plays it across. That shot from the point hits some traffic and goes wide of the net, picked up by Jackson Smith. Tries to go cross ice, but a nice job by Jarrett Ross to take away that pass. Misplay. Oh, what a move by O'Sullivan to make that save, sprawling out. His teammates help him out by blocking up a shot. What recovery there by number 31. As now Griffin Height has his stick go flying in the air. Ref's not going to call anything. Now they do. Although it's in the corner with Judry on the ice. Him and Brzezinski having some words for each other in the corner. And what a sequence we just saw there. Almost trouble for O'Sullivan misplaying that puck, but like I said, sprawls out to take away that backdoor cross-crease pass. His teammate comes in to get a block, sacrificing the body. But this pressure from St. James is paying off. They're back to the power play. Their forecheck turning it up a few notches. It's Ashton Romanuk with it. He shoots. Oh, off the post this time from Romanuk. So close for number 11. Griffin Height hacks down a stick. No penalty on the play. Ref's letting that one go. Romanuk strong on his stick. Tries feeding that across backdoor to Height, but it won't go. This one getting chippy. Jackson Fillion chips it out, but Murphy comes out aggressively to play this out of his net. Phillips leaves a drop pass for Romanuk. Oh, almost blown up. Canucks get caught up. It's a 2-on-1 happening, developing. Lambert dangles. Oh, what a save made by Murphy as we go the other way now. Chances aplenty off the rush to start off this third period. Connor Davis cutting through, weaves through, able to stay strong on his skates as he's going one-on-one now. Has a man with him and Trot over to Trot. Trot, patience, tries tucking, scores! The extracurriculars happening afterwards, but what a play from this duo. It was all Connor Davis making some quick moves in his own end. Strong enough through that final move in the neutral ice. Able to break away. Looks like he's going one-on-one at first on the Canucks defense, but then Trot is with him. Davis with That great heads up to kick it over to him. And Trott showcasing his patience as well. Not unloading a shot right away, but rather knowing he has some room to work in. Freezes Murphy with the fake to the backhand, goes back to the forehand and tucks it through. To beat number 31 for the third time tonight, for the Riels in general, as the Canucks still on the power play, a shorthanded goal. From Trott. Here go the Canucks. Jarrett Ross getting physical, lays the body on Reyes, a reverse hit. He protected going along that left side. Grindle able to circle out, tries getting it to the point, but cannot. And Jackson Smith able to send this one out right again for this Riels team. Murphy plays it off the boards. Onto the stick of Bruce. Bruce now trying to cut in. Nice defense there by Dylan Bucknett, though, to disrupt him on his way through. So with 3 seconds left on this Canucks power play, they get some fresh legs out. It'll be Griffin Heights line on again. Brzezinski to take the draw, communicating with who you can't see right now in Parker Carrolls. Brzezinski loses the draw. Number 3 from the point. Shot save made by O'Sullivan. Flashes the glove. Takes that scoring chance away. Another face-off now at even strength, back in the Riel zone. Draw will be won by the Riels. A bit of a tie up there in the circle between Hyde and Brzezinski. Brzezinski takes it off of his skates, kicks it up to himself. Looking to toe drag, loses it. Canucks strip of the puck and play that into the neutral zone, where it will be Dylan Bucknett. He's been really solid in this game today. Really good early season. Strong in his first 2 games. Been very reliable this afternoon. He remains out there. Speaking of, Bucknett takes away the angle of Arneson, and Arneson goes to the ice. That gets a holler over, a cheer from the Riels bench. No call, of course, on the play. It's number 3 for the Canucks. Sends this pass onto the stick of Height, who redirects it in. O'Sullivan puts it back to the backboards. Played it into the corner furthest to, or closest to us. Griffin Height now picking up the puck. Moving in is Height. He gets disrupted there, though, by Brzezinski. Decides to play it down low for Thorstensen. Thorstensen along with Height. Short pass out in front. Rebound there, but Canucks can't capitalize. Loose puck still. 2 Canucks in front, jabbing at it. But the Riels able to work this up and send it across the red line into the Canucks zone the other way. Funny bounce off the glass in the Canucks zone allows for the Riels to keep this puck in. 35-29, they lead in the shots. That pass up to Tard Janston. The stick now, number 17 of William Brooks. Turned it over, Riels down low. That gets played into Zachary Dominico's space, as he's there to help out a teammate now, trying to scoop this puck out of the corner. As Dominico comes out successful with it. Goes to the point to Evan Lambert. Lambert steps up, shoots. That fired off of the blocker of Murphy. Riels continue to apply the pressure, holding that line really strongly. The Canucks finally able to get it out. That pass not strong enough to get past the stick of Dominico. As just past the red line, St. James sends it in deep. Getting some fresh legs on the ice. As meanwhile, Slobosian evades the check-in of a Canucks D to get this breakout going. Circling back now, number 22, and Eric Johnson trying to pick up speed in his own end, but this puck is picked off. Romanek tried toe dragging and shooting again, but will have this disrupted. Now it's Johnson who sends it in deep again. Goes off for a change for this Riels team. 10:57 remaining. Way down below the Riels goal line again. Reyes takes a huge hit from Romanek. Down low. Of course, Reyes, a rookie on this year's Riels team. Actually, I believe seen him play a few games in a Belleville Barracudas jersey before. Really good skater. The only thing I think he's got to work on maybe is getting used to some of these hits, but that's just going to come with time. As that shot wide of the net. Bruce, or Warfield, down low in the corner. Getting manhandled, two-handed down on the ice. No call on the play. The Canucks still working with it, though Romanek tries going opposite point. His pass can't get through. And that shot from Aiden Bruce from the point will be turned away and saved by O'Sullivan with 10:05 remaining. The Canucks continuing to talk with the refs here. Grindle, this time talking with the ref wearing number 20. Tied up and won by the Riels in their own end. Evan Lambert rims this opposite side, but Phillips will be there first. Phillips can't get past the leg of Connor Davis, though, who chases this puck down, gets there first against Aiden Bruce. Trott also there in support. He's now on the puck. Trott tried playing it back to Davis. It'll be intercepted. Back up at the point. Riels send this down low again. Trott to Davis. Back to the point to Lambert. Lambert walking in now, looking to fire. He does. Flubs on the way through. Rebound there. Loose puck. Connor Murphy, does he cover it up? He does. And with that, another stoppage in play. Another face-off coming inside of the Riels end. Or the Canucks end, as I should say. Riels getting an offensive zone face-off draw coming up. Yeah, we didn't get any second period analysis in during that intermission because there wasn't an intermission. Of course, we had to be evacuated out of the building. Glad that everyone ended up being okay. But yeah, our post-game show may be a bit longer than 2 to 3 minutes. Might be 5 since there is quite a bit to talk about here as we're into the final 10 minutes of this one. St. James trying to apply the pressure. Riels looking to do the same and bring this one home. Up by a commanding score of 3-0. This puck gets rimmed around. Not in the reach for the Riels defenseman as St. James able to break it out. Nice moves from Lambert. Oh, he backhand toe drags to protect. Makes it through 3 St. James players before passing it off. Almost gets a pass back in the slot. As he goes to the slot now for Davis. His shot blocked by a Canuck. And Thorstensen across now. Lambert, he unloads that shot. That's saved by the blocker of number 31 in Murphy. Huge block again from number 15. And sorry, Carter Judry for this Canucks team. Thorstensen's wearing number 14 and 16. But this gets kicked out. That shot, tough to handle for Murphy. Oh, just wide of the net on the rebound for the Riels. I believe that was Jack Smith. Almost putting it in for his second of the game. Picked up, neutralized by Thorstensen. Thorstensen can't get it through. Another nice block by Slobosian. Brzezinski picks it up, takes it behind his own net. Pass over the stick of a Canuck to Reyes. Across and back to Reyes now. Reyes leaves a pass for a teammate. Try getting it back to 44. He goes into the corner trying to get that puck, but a Canuck comes out victorious. Now, here it goes. Brzezinski, his shot turned aside by Murphy as he was squared up to it. .7:26 remaining. Carson Dubois to take the draw for this Riels squad. As the Canucks go cross ice, Ashton Romanek sends that in on net for another one of his many shots tonight. Side of the net now, Romanek, oh, almost a Michigan try out in front. Loose puck still. And a hack there from on the ice by number 10 and Josh DeGagne. Aiden Werfield also came in to hack away at that puck before the whistle was blown. A lot of chirping, a lot of emotions shown from this Canucks side tonight. You can just feel the frustration, and even for myself, I can hear the frustration from up here. A team that, of course, their opening night doesn't go the way that this group would have expected. Maybe bringing them back down to earth, losing 5-0 to the Charleswood Hawks, who should be a very strong team again. And then again to the St. Boniface Riels, this 3-0 score marking 8 unanswered against the Canucks to start off the season in total. And you can just see the Canucks haven't been getting as many power plays as their players would have liked to today so far. A lot of arguing going on from their players, chirping the Riels, having conversations with the refs. So it's about how do you weather the storm and deal with these distractions as a team early on in the season. How do you learn from that? And just focus on playing your game, because you know that the refs are not going to be in your favor most likely. You got to think that way. And for a team like the Riels, who finished third in the league last year and are going to be another strong contender heading into this season and seemingly looking like it to start off this year, this is a team that, you know, they're motivated to win. They're motivated to beat teams like this and the St. James Junior Canucks and make a statement early in the season. And both these teams making a statement that they're not afraid to be physical with each other, especially after the whistles. Yet some more extracurriculars. Two players getting their helmets ripped off. It might have just been a Riel, actually. As the chirping just continues here on the way to the box. We'll get an update for you in a moment on what this call is going to be. Ashton Romanek also going to the box. Now he comes out of it. I believe we'll be back here next week on Sunday afternoon at Southdale Arena for St. Boniface's home game next week, 7 days from now. As for how we'll start off our week next week in the mmjhl with our coverage, we will be at St. Patel Centennial Arena to live stream the Vicks versus Raiders. Ashton Romanek, you didn't see it on our camera angle, kicked out of this game, going off the ice. Will there be another Canuck going as well? I believe there will be. The Riels crowd loves to see this. Will also mark the end of the night for a St. Boniface Riel at number 19, Carson Dubois. Now this game's become eventful here at Southdale Arena, right? We had the fire alarm pulled. We've had players been getting kicked out. Been getting really chippy as this game has gone along, especially after the whistles too. A lot of hacks at the start of this period that weren't getting called. But 6:32 remains on the game clock. Score 3-0 for your home team tonight in the St. Boniface Riels. Here comes St. James. That shot on net. So Sullivan in the right position to swallow up that rebound. All 10-minute misconducts for Dubois, DeGagne, who also goes off, and for Romanek. So these penalty numbers are going to be interesting to see after this contest. Probably 1% send to Grindle. Grindle plays it down low. Canucks trying to play that to the front of the net, but nice job by Slobosian. the crouch block to take away that shot. And here he goes, number 16 in Filion. His shot turned aside by Murphy. Staying with number 16 that time in Jackson Filion. Draw will be to the glove hand side of Murphy, won by his Canucks. So this puck trying to get chipped out. The Riels hold the line, played to the net, sticked to the backboards by Murphy. Out in front to the point now. Slobosian, short pass, can't connect there with, I believe, number 22, Eric Johnson. Quick shot, couldn't register on net there for the Riels. Canucks go cross ice, sent in by Jartansson. Chipped out by this Riels team now. Avon Cockerell, who gets manhandled there by two St. James players. Evan Lambert now working this puck up. He entered into the zone towards the net. Sticked aside again by Murphy on the save. This puck just gets chipped out lightly by this Canucks team. Now Reyes plays it to the middle. Can't register anything of a threat in that area though. It's Connor Davis down low working with it. Trying to fend off two Canucks. He does just that, as Davis almost gets this puck back, but turned over and now broken up again by this Canucks team. Played off of the backboards by number 17 in William Brooks. Streaking down the other side, down the right was Davis for the Riels. So he'll have it sticked away. Williams again, or Brooks that is. Sees his pass turned over in the neutral zone. Evan Lambert continues to impress with his nifty moves, trying to drag through. Lambert gets stopped up this time by, I believe, number 9 in Arneson. Might have been number 5 in Tyson Wilson. That pass can't get to Avon Cockerell. So protect with the backhand. Going up ice now. Trying to cut through. Nutmegging, but unsuccessful on the deke attempt. Sent into the corner now. Tyson Wilson sends this to an outlet man. Wilson gets it back to Phillips as St. James looks to break out. They can't quite, as Riels. Story, it's been like this much of this afternoon. Holding the line very nicely to keep possession in the St. James end. St. James scrambling still in their own end. They finally do get it out, and it will result in no icing as the ref waves it off. The linesman, that is. As Carrolls plays it to Wojtowicz. Wojtowicz flipped it into the neutral zone again. It picked up by Stepik down the right side. Plays it down low. So I believe that is Wojtowicz. Getting manhandled a bit now by number 3 of the Canucks. That's going to result in a hold-in penalty. Now our special teams coming up by our sponsors, like you've seen all game long. Haven't shouted them out as much, but thank you to Can Central Sports Cars and Memorabilia, McCann Fasteners and Tools, Terrico, and Goaltend for sponsoring another edition of mmjhl Game Day. They'll be sponsoring all our content coming up this year on the network, whether it's live stream broadcast games like this or live stream podcasts, whatever the case may be. Can Central, Mid-Canada, Terrico, and Goaltenders will be there along the way to continue to support junior hockey here in the province of Manitoba. Thank you to all 4 of those brands for supporting us here at GShow Productions and this great league in the mmjhl. Puck sent in deep as the Riels on one last power play potentially for today. Played up to Boknecht. Boknecht will get it back now. Back to him, one-time blast. That handled poorly by Murphy. Rebound given up. Nice job by Murphy to stay with it, though. Taking away the angle on the rebound. It'll be Cockerell. Plays it to the middle. Back door. It slides through. But No Riel was there to get it. He's protecting the puck. Along the boards, back up top to Bachnecht. His shot turned aside by Murphy. His 45th save made on the afternoon. Side of the net, Connor Davis tries going backdoor with the pass, but could not. Held in at the point now by Bachnecht again. Bachnecht tries going cross ice, finds Cockrell. Cockrell tries protecting with the backhand toe drag, but has it tipped away by Canuck and Thorsteinsson as the Riels have to regroup again. 1:25 remaining now. Puck sent all the way down to the Riels end where O'Sullivan out to play it. Leaves it for Bachnecht. Bachnecht has Evan Lambert with him opposite side. Cries going cross ice to Bachnecht. Or to Lambert, that is. Sorry, from Bachnecht's stick. Huge hit laid there at the end by Werfiel. Number 17 in Wojtowicz. 1:03 remains in this one. Draw one into the Riels end. We're into the final minute now. Evan Lambert stretches a pass up to Zachary Dominico. The Riels, time expiring on this power play now. Reyes walks in, his shot blocked, finds some St. James legs on the way through. We are back to even strength, 37 seconds remaining. Puck sent down low again into the Canuck zone. Reyes into his skates, gets it back down low from the point. That shot, Brzezinski tried getting on net, couldn't get it to go. 20 seconds remain, sent out of the Canuck zone, and for the first time in 4 years, things are looking a lot different in St. James to start the season. They'll start off with an 0-2 record, while St. Boniface continuing to build off of what has been a promising last 2 years for them, now into a third season where this team, I'm sure they'll be a championship contender by the end of it. Mark my words there, the chirping continues, as it seems like these teams don't want to say goodbye to each other. But the final in this one, Michael O'Sullivan picks up his first shutout of the season. It will be the Riels who extend their early season record to 2-0. Canucks falling to 0-2. Both teams will be back in action coming up next week, or this upcoming week. St. Boniface will be in Stonewall on Thursday night to take on the Jets. And for St. James, as we pull up the schedule now, get this to load. We're into our pregame show, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. But yes, as we bring it up, they haven't updated the final score yet in this game. But yeah, we're going into the schedule first. As for the Canucks, they'll be back in action against the Fort Garry Twins at Central Arena on Friday night at 7:30 p.m. Central Time is when the puck will drop in that one. And yeah, as for this game, I mean, the Riels, I personally had them as one of the top contenders, one of the favorites among the top to win the championship this year, to take home the Jack McKenzie Trophy. And this team, who comes back with loads of experience, didn't lose much, even though they lost some good players. Out of the four they lost, and guys like Nate Hines, goaltender, and Ashton Haworth, Aaron Nielsen notably as well. This is a team that reloaded during the offseason. Some really good talent on the defensive side of the puck. Getting younger there, and those guys will still make impacts, and Reyes and Lambert. And Lambert was so impressive this afternoon. But getting O'Sullivan back was huge for them too, right? Because now it looks like they have their goaltender, at least early in this season, as he comes away with the shutout in this game. And for the St. James Junior Canucks, I mean, every season is not going to go the same, but you can definitely kind of tell the feeling's a bit different to start off this season. Blake Harris, like I said, he said there were a lot of distractions on night one. I thought that this team got to their game better, got more zone time as the game went along, but still hemmed in their own end quite a bit. And for Connor Murphy, he was really solid tonight, making 45 saves out of 48. But unless your goaltender is perfect, like, you're most likely going to lose games like this. And you could see they were getting frustrated all game long with not getting the calls, the chirps with the Riels, them getting in their heads. Definitely an early learning experience that I think that Blake Harris and the St. James coaching staff could look at it as a blessing in disguise, right? Like, you learn from these experiences early on, you trust your process, and all you can do is continue to get better and better. And maybe through that process, wins will start to come. But I don't think it's time to hit panic mode yet in St. James. It's only 2 games out of 45-game regular season. But like I said at the start of it, how do you respond, and how will they respond moving forward into what should be a tough Friday night matchup against the Fort Garry Twins? We are going to get into our players of the game now, brought to you by Can Central Sports Cards and Memorabilia, McCann Fasteners and Tools, Goaltenders, and Terrico. Starting off with the losing side, I'm going to go with Ashton Romanek. He was a player that, in my opinion, was creating the most quality chances for this Canucks team all night long. I think for a team that was lacking, offensive zone time too, Romanek started to kind of shift the tides in this one and started to get more dangerous chances, at least towards the net. He was frustrated tonight, of course, getting kicked out. But, yeah, he gets player of the game tonight for me, regardless, from this St. James team. And for the junior Riels, for the St. Boniface Riels, they don't have junior in their name. This is a tough one because so many players look good today. But I'm going to give the player of the game to, let's see here. Really like the way that defenseman Evan Lambert stood out. Now, did he get a ton of points? Did he get any points at all? I'm not sure, but he looked so confident from his back end and really smooth skating defenseman today. Showed off his moves, was going through multiple different Canucks players and was setting up his teammates tonight. Finding ways to work his transition game into the offensive zone nicely here in this afternoon game, and a guy that I think is going to get more comfortable as this season goes along, a guy that was putting some good shots on net tonight too for his teammates to tip them and redirect. So, yeah, that'll do it for our players of the game. Going to Evan Lambert, rookie for the Riels, and returning player for the Canucks in Ashton Romanek. Yeah, I think for the Riels, they'll be looking to continue to build on their strong early season success, their strong game here today against the Stonewall Jets, whereas the Stonewall Jets got a win on opening night, and we're looking for win number 2 this afternoon. Before we let you go, we will update you on what the scores are like right now around the rest of the league. The Pembina Valley Twisters won 3-2 in overtime, by the way, coming back to beat the Raiders Junior Hockey Club. For Stonewall, they ended up winning 4-3 in OT, so they moved to 2-0. It's going to be the battle of the 2-0s in Stonewall between them and the Riels on Thursday night. As for the other games, 2 more to start and happen tonight in the Hawks visiting the Twins to play Fort Garry at Century Arena at 6:30 p.m. And then final game of the night gets going at 7:30 p.m. at Terry Sawchuk as the River East Royal Knights host the St. Vital Junior Victorias. Both teams 1-0 after winning on their opening nights of the season. GShow Productions will be back on next Sunday, probably here at Southdale for another Riels home game. We'll be at St. Vital Arena, the Centennial, on Thursday night for Vicks versus Raiders. Thank you to Can Central Sports Cards and Memorabilia, Terraco, Canada Fasteners and Tools, and Goaltenders for sponsoring another edition of MMJHL Game Day. Thank you to you for tuning in and watching this one, supporting our coverage of the Manitoba Major Junior Hockey League here on gshow.ca on GShow Productions. Riels win 3-0 over the defending champion St. James Junior Canucks as both teams start the season with polar opposite records. Riels moved to 2-0 while the Canucks fall to 0-2 and still looking for a goal on their season through 2 games. 0 goals for, 8 goals against to start things off. Anyways, have a wonderful rest of your weekend, everybody. Wonderful rest of your Sunday. Have a great week coming up. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you next time. Take care.